I kind of want to learn how to handle defeat and not be frustrated, because when the games like Hearthstone tend to do it with me. So, yeah, that's a good point. I had a hard time with this. I'm trying to like put my thoughts together, how to explain how I handle it. So, okay. The first thing I would say is when you're playing, let's just say you're playing Hearthstone. What's up, Tron? What's up, NZ? What's up, Sadly? Heap, what's up, dude? Basically, the way I look at it is I have a deck that has like a mechanic I want to play. So, for example, my deck right now is starships. So building up starships, launching them, and then I have a card that relaunches all the starships I've ever played in that game. So the idea is to build a bunch of starships, and then if I pull that big card, I play it, it plays all my starships again, and I hopefully kill the opponent. So like I'm playing a mini game while playing him. Like I'm playing this person, but I'm playing my own little game of trying to build starships to then launch them again later on. They're also playing a game. And so what I've done is, instead of really worrying about mine, I'm also watching them. And when they do a good play, it's actually kind of fun because I'm watching them do something cool as well. Because we're both solving a puzzle, but we're just happening to put our puzzles against each other. And yes, it is frustrating when like you get just your ass kicked because you can't, you pull horrible cards and you get your butt kicked. But like watching them pull off a cool move is interesting because I'm interested in learning the game. I want to learn the game better. And so when they pull off a cool mechanic that I didn't realize you could do, that's fun because it's like, oh shit, I didn't know you could do that. That was badass. Like that guy killed me on one turn. I went from like 15 health to 0 because he comboed this way. That's cool. So that's the first thing I do. The second thing, and I didn't do this with Overwatch back in the day, and I wish I would have because I probably would still be playing Overwatch, is I am not playing to get a higher rank. I am playing to have fun. Like I'm playing because I want to play my deck and play against someone else and try to do cool stuff, like have cool turns, have fun games. So if I lose rank or if I don't end up with a rank that I want, it doesn't really matter because I'm not playing for that. Wherein I played Overwatch back in the day when it first came out, I very much was playing to get a certain rank. And so when I wasn't getting that rank, I wasn't having fun, which kind of kills the whole point of the video game, right? And so I've been trying to practice that with Hearthstone, and it's made the game so much more fun. Think about it like this. If you invited someone, like a friend, over to your house to play a card game like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone, right? There's no ranking system. It's just you and your buddy playing Hearthstone or Magic. So the point of the session, at least I would imagine this is the case for most people, is you want the games to be fun. You wouldn't, like if you, let's say you invited a friend over and you guys are going to play 5 Magic the Gathering games. If you beat that person 5-0, like 5 games out of none, that's not fun. Like you might think that's fun, like jokingly, but let's be real, like that's not really entertaining. You want the games to be interesting. So like if you lost 2-3, but the games were really close and fun, you guys had a successful night. I think just looking, when you log into Hearthstone, I know you don't know the person that you're playing with, but the whole goal is to have a good time, and close games are fun. So, like think about the Super Bowl this year. And I know that we don't all have like NA people over here, and I didn't watch the game, let's be very clear, but the Super Bowl, apparently, the American Football Championship, basically, apparently was a complete blowout. And so it wasn't as fun to watch. It's, in theory, the team that won had the better night and probably had fun doing it, but I would argue they would have had more fun if the game went into overtime and they won by a point, because it's just more exciting that way. Sports ball, yeah. But that's just kind of my rant. Hey, everyone, I didn't say hi. His deck. Yeah, I'm talking about my deck. The mindset is cool. Raynor is a cool card. Yeah, Raynor is the card I was talking about with the starships, and it's badass. I love that. Hearthstone is a bad spot for a while, but the last mini set was cool, well balanced, and overall is very healthy and fun meta. I agree. You just in the mindset to see what is possible in the game? Yes. I played a deck building card game IRL with friends, and I have 0 problems playing that, and I lost every time. Yeah, like, I literally lost today, and I was laughing because the play that I lost to was so absurdly badass that it's like I just gotta laugh. Like, that was so fucking cool. Like, the guy played like 6 cards because he had mana cheat and he was playing a rogue, and he just OTK'd me, and it was just like all you can do is laugh. Like, that was fucking hilarious. It's weird to play. It's weird that play for fun is such a rare concept. Like, bronze players in a game trying so hard to get silver, and that drives them as opposing to learning. The fun thing is realizing ranking is nothing but a JPEG most of the time, or in Hearthstone, 1 extra pack at the end of the month over Diamond 5, so don't focus on it, just play for fun. Yeah, as a certified Chiefs hater, the game was fun. Yeah, I could see, like, if you really hate a team, like, watching them get their ass kicked is fun, but you get my point, though. Like, a close game is always more entertaining than a blowout for most of viewers. This is my opinion about MMR or ranks in games. The point of an MMR is 2 things. In my eyes, this is not an absolute statement. I'm saying for me. Number 1, it is the whole point of MMR in a video game is to make sure that your games are entertaining. Because if you're a gold player... Happy birthday.
Lil Boss Laura just subscribed
Oh,
with
thanks,
Prime.
Laura.
1
Thank you
month.
so much for the 2-month resub. Let's go. Let's go. Look, Laura with the white badge. Let's go. All right, so the point of an MMR is to make sure the games are entertaining, right? It's kind of like if you're like, why am I watching an ad right now? So if I play high school football and MMR doesn't exist and I queue up for a football game, you could be queued up against the Kansas City Chiefs. That wouldn't be fun. So instead you get queued up with other high school players. But people obviously put their self-worth on the rank. And so they think, oh, I'm a gold player, so that means I'm a gold person. It's like, well, obviously not. Like, the whole point is to put you into other lobbies of people that are similar to skill than you so you can have fun games. But also the whole point of the MMR system as well is to give you something to chase. But unfortunately, the way our minds work is that if I am not a grandmaster, then I have failed. Whereas just like having fun progressing, like this morning, I think Mrs. Acadian, who's in chat right now, literally saw this happen because she asked me, like, why did I cheer? I literally cheered when I hit Diamond 10 today. It felt so fucking good. That is 10 ranks lower than the previous season, but I worked really hard with my off-meta deck that I had to change like 3 times to get there. That was so fun. I think it just takes work. I think it just takes a lot of mental work to get yourself into this mindset. But I tell you what, you have a lot more fun when you stop caring. Another way too, since I'm on a Yap, GM or Bus, what's up, Fungus, by the way? Another way I do this is you can, and I actually am doing it in Hearthstone. If you struggle with this, what I think it was Cinder or Sub, I forget, I think it was Sub talking about how they're struggling to play a game if they don't win. Or no, it was Cinder. Kind of hinders my enjoyment, so it was Cinder. So one way, Cinder, that I have done this is purposely handicap yourself to give yourself an excuse on why you lose. Now, this is like a Band-Aid fix for the ego, right? But for example, in Hearthstone, I only play Paladin. And the reason why is a couple things. First is that Hearthstone is expensive, and only playing one class means you spend less money because you don't have to worry about getting all of the cards. As long as you have all the Paladin cards, you're good. And so I only play Paladin decks. So this season, when Paladin, let's pull this up real quick. Paladin, if we go to HS Replay, sorry for the fucking flashbang. Look at Paladin. Paladin is averaging a 43% win rate. It's literally the second to last class. So if I lose, I can think, well, hey, I'm playing Paladin, so that kind of makes sense. I'm supposed to lose more than I win. Literally. It says, HS Replay says, most Paladins have a less than 50% win rate. But that also means when I win, it feels really fucking good because I'm not supposed to win most of the time. And so, for example, you could do that in a game like Path of Exile, for example, or Diablo by playing what's called solo self-found, where you're not allowed to trade. So you're handicapping yourself. You're making your progression more difficult, and by doing so, you take pressure off of yourself because it's supposed to be more difficult, So I don't care if I'm not doing as well as other people because I know I am doing something that's more difficult. And so I'm doing that in Hearthstone by playing a worse class. And then hopefully eventually you won't need that kind of thing and you'll be able to just shelf the ego regardless. I'm not there yet. Let's be very clear that I say all this while still struggling with ego all the time. But these are the things I do to combat the ego is handicapping myself. And also, too, I've talked about this before, is the whole like main character thing, like pretending you're not the main character of a story or the main character of life. You're just like the supporting character makes things feel less stressful because it's like, I don't need to be number 1. I'm okay being number 27. That's totally cool with me because I'm just playing my role. And that doesn't mean it's lesser or bad. It just means like I'm a supporting character. I'm not the main character. I don't need to be legend or GM or whatever. Wrong. Yeah, wrong. Incorrect. You're the main character of this chat? That's not true. I'm an adorable sidekick. I'm totally convinced, as I'm getting older, I'm totally convinced that the adorable sidekick is actually the preferable position. Like, let's be real. It's just like, it's way cozier. It's better. You guys are all proving my point right now. Shut up. Sadly, shut up.
Cinder bees, stunning yet perilous.
Everyone wants to be Sam, not Frodo.
When their numbers surge,
Yeah.
honey production halts, triggering extreme aggression instead.
And I think, too, we've talked about this in the past, too, in terms of, like, let's just go back to Hearthstone. Next time you want to play a game like Hearthstone or something else, when someone beats you, pretend that it's a friend and be happy for them. I'm not saying that in, like, a loser way, like, a lot of people, I can imagine a lot of people saying, like, oh, that's such a loser mentality, being happy for, like, your opponent. But okay, first of all, it's a fucking video game. Like, chill the fuck out. Second of all, being happy when someone does something cool is, in my opinion, way more mature and interesting. And I don't know, I think that's more alpha. Like, having the maturity, like, if you lose the Super Bowl, to walk over to the victor and shake their hand and be like, dude, congratulations, you guys earned it. We didn't play as well as you did. That is alpha. That's called being the bigger person. Like, and you see guys and girls in sports do that all the time. They lose, they're upset, but they walk over and they congratulate their opponent. Like, hey, good game. Just start doing that in fucking Hearthstone. You know, like, hey, you kicked my ass. I'm kind of pissed about it, but you know what? You played well. Congratulations. Still smiling for your opponent. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that I don't want to win. Of course I want to win. Why would I play a card game? Like, that's the whole point. The point is to win. I'm trying to win. I'm not letting him win or her win, but I'm also not going to be a baby about it. I need alpha. Yeah. Hold on. These guys actually could kill me, and they're pissed about all the dogs I've killed in the past, so I can't reach out for a second. This goo is really pissed. I remember I see sometimes athletes in sports literally being chads and doing something nice for the winners on the podium. Yeah, dude. That's badass. The only game in recent memory I hit top rank is Halo Infinite, and it was the game I think I cared the least about my rank in. I think I was really trying to climb and just playing the game. If I was really trying to climb and not just playing the game, I wouldn't have gotten there. I think you get in your own way, which is kind of like what your point is, Fungus, is when you care so much about the rank, you probably play worse because you're so consumed with winning and losing that you stop just playing well or having fun, which usually, like, if you're having fun, you're probably playing better.
Calm them down and guide them back to their honey-making duties.
But I think practicing that in your life with all kinds of stuff, for the biggest, and let's be very clear, I spent the majority of my life needing to be liked and needing to be the best. I'm very competitive by nature. But learning to cheer for other people and be happy for other people has been the most freeing and relaxing things that I've ever done in my life. Going from, what I called it was from you eventually, and I think this just comes with age, not for everybody, obviously. There's obviously 50-year-olds that have massive egos. I started changing the fantasy in my head from being the star athlete on the podium to being the coach of that athlete in the stands cheering for the athlete. And I think you can get a lot of the fulfillment out of helping other people succeed. Hey, what's up, dude? It's like letting other people win and helping them get there is just as rewarding, if not more so. And by doing so, you also just you just enjoy shit more because you care less about you all the time.